I don't think society has actually caught on to just how bad it is for a young woman's mental health. I mean, the amount of time that they spend on average on social media, the amount of modifications and the amount of modifications they do just to fit in to the image, to the whatever monthly trend, to whatever's going viral, the next flavor of the month crap going on. All that stuff affects them, man, in ways a man could never understand. Dudes are dealing with their own issues with like microtransactions where games have started getting like addiction with gambling, and game designers are making games in a more addicting fashion where you have to grind out for things, until your character is actually decent, or make the game free to play, but you have to pay to unlock all these cool cosmetics, right? Because you want to pimp out your character the way you do. You want to achieve status among the boys. Oh, this guy's got a legendary skin for his guy. Wow, when'd you get that? Oh, you dropped money on that? Blah, blah, blah. It makes you feel better. It's chasing the dopamine rush. They're just pixels on a screen. Men get affected in similar ways, but different as well. And all the companies know this. We're all getting played. It's all about money. They don't care about your well-being. Understand that no company cares about your well-being as a person. Down to the food that we eat, man. I always have to repeat this, but it's like when you're starting to see on labels now, like natural ingredients only 3 ingredients, organic. It's like, it's not because a scientific paper came out that it says that. It's not that the companies are looking out for your health and they want to put out healthy products. It's that a bunch of people literally were like, I'm getting sick. This food has too many chemicals in it. Oh my God, all the pesticides. This food has no taste. It's grown too fast. It's shipped out too early. Oh my God, this is gross. I can't feed this to my kids. These people are getting sick. I don't want to eat this. They're responding to market demands. And then all of a sudden they'll come out and say, yeah, seed oils are bad. Science says that maybe you want to watch out. Oh my God, science says. Remember in the 1930s or whatever, 40s, when cigarette smoking was huge, they were like, 3 of 4 doctors recommend smoking cigarettes. They're really good for your health and energy. Lobbied by the tobacco industry. And people were puffing them down until you started getting holes in your neck and you're like, don't be like me. Cigarettes got my throat. I got esophageal cancer. Kind of shit like that. People started getting holes in their throat. People started dying of lung cancer. And the people were like, dude, I think cigarettes are dangerous. A lot of people in my family, everybody I know is starting to die from cancer from tobacco. And then all of a sudden, studies come out and say that tobacco causes cancer. And then we had a societal push to change that shit. It only happens because it starts anecdotally. Same thing with diets, same thing with the ingredient label on your food. Everything is because a huge proportion of the population has all this anecdotal evidence saying like, hey, I started to feel better when I was eating more meat, more fruits, more veggies, less processed food. All of a sudden, now companies are starting to pivot, just like veganism had a huge wave back in like 2010 or whatever. And people were like, yes, let's do these Beyond Burgers. Yes, let's do all this vegan food. It's so much healthier. Do soy-based, don't do whey. It's so bad for you. And then all the companies started switching, like all of a sudden all these soy-based protein powders and all these like vegan burgers and all this shit started coming out, and companies started pushing them out like, yeah, it's super healthy for you, while their margins were exploding and they're making money. They don't give a shit, man. Nobody cares. You have to understand, the world is against you. Literally, the government is against you. They want your autonomy and your rights, and the corporations are after you because they want every single dollar in your pocket down to the last penny. That's how you have to move in the world today. The government and corporations are your enemy. They're not your friends. They're only as useful as the utility they provide. That's it. And that's how you should see them. Don't trust these people. Nobody. Don't trust any company and don't trust any government. The faster people start to learn this, the better off we'll be as a society, man. Until then, watch. More and more girls are going to get absolute depression, self-delete themselves. It's going to turn a whole generation into like super degenerate, delusional, walking NPC zombies that will never find happiness, will be completely alone all the time, and will completely blame the other side and blame the government and blame the patriarchy and blame whatever else that they see on the social media. And they'll be walking into cosmetic clinics to do all their surgery to feel better about themselves. They'll buy all the worst food that makes them feel good temporarily and then shit after. And then they have to repeat the process of buying more shit food. And they'll indulge in shitty activities like giving their body out for free to anyone and everyone because it feels good in the moment. And then they feel like shit afterwards. So they repeat this cycle. Feel good temporarily, feel shit for a long time. Feel good temporarily, feels like shit a long time. Flip it back on the men, same shit. You get your little rush for getting your nuke in Call of Duty, then you feel like shit the rest of the time because that high is gone. And you're not doing anything else physical with yourself. You're just rotting away, dude. The male specimen, your physicality, the best thing you have is seeing your potential in this world, rots away on a gaming chair. And that's how they got you. They've infiltrated your mind and your body. And you've become a slave to this while thinking you're free, and you're stepping away from society by being in your room playing games and shit. Just like women think they're stepping aside the patriarchy by use sexual empowerment and giving their bodies up. It's the same shit, dude. We're all being played. Nobody sees it though. One side thinks they're right on both sides, and they keep suffering. If that's the case, then one side would be doing infinitely better than the other, right? Because they're right. Their argument is sound. It's not though. Everybody is going down just like this. I don't know. I'll keep sounding the bells until more and more people realize though. We'll see you guys on the next one. Let me know what your thoughts are on that. Take it easy, boys. Enjoy the weekend.